Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to take another example for reactive form where we will see how to use form control with pattern validation. I'm sure you must have heard about this term regex or regular expression or pattern, right? So these are the same thing, and here, like in this particular session, we will be talk about how to implement validation using regular expression or pattern. Okay, if you remember, in our previous session we talked about email validation, we talked about min length, max length, right? These validation. So this session is also in the continuation of the same, where we will be mainly talking about how to use a regular expression or pattern to solve your validation issue. Okay, so I think agenda is clear, and we will proceed in the very same way. Like firstly, I'll explain you the requirement. According to the requirement, we will design the form and we will verify the output on the screen, on the browser screen. Okay, but before that, just make sure you have already watched the previously released session, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow it sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for time being we are just mainly focusing on how to use form control with pattern validation. But prior to that, you should know what is reactive form, what is form control, and other basic stuff that we have already covered in our previous sessions. And for the detailed content, you can also refer the Sharmit digital course book, which is freely available in the description box. There you will find more than 3000 plus free resources, which is available in both Hindi as well as English language. So as per your convenience, you can go through it and you can explore the content. Okay, alright, so now let's get started with the session. Here you can see currently I'm in app.component.html file, where we have two headings. The first heading tells us the main topic, that is Angular course by Sharmit. Second heading tells us reactive form in Angular, form control with pattern, regex validation or regular expression validation, which is nothing but our today's topic. Okay, now after that, you can see we have two horizontal rows. You can see these are the two horizontal rows which will help us to separate out the headings with the actual form. Okay, although it is not mandatory, but just to show it in proper way, we will use these two horizontal rows. Clear? Fine. Now we have next thing, like to use this form, we are sure that we will be needing one form, reactive form, right? So for reactive form or for the entire demo, like we need few thing as a prerequisite that we should import. So now I will show you those things, and to import that we will go to app.component.ts file, which is here. And here in this app.component.ts file, firstly we will include we will import forms, reactive forms module. Okay, so just simply write here reactive forms module. That's it. Once reactive forms module is added, now we will add the second important thing, that is ngIf. Why? Because we are doing the error validation, right? So for error validation, error handling, what we will do, we will use ngIf as a module, so that we can later use it for creating the conditional logic. Okay, conditional statement. So this thing is ready, ngIf is there. Now simply go and expand this class, and here we will define the variable which we want to use. So before that, let me explain you the requirement first. Requirement is very simple and straightforward. I want to create one form. In that form, there should be one input field that will take numbers from the user. Now remember one thing, these numbers should be at least 10 digits, only numeric, not characters or any special symbol. So overall we have to accept at least 10 digits number, and it should be numeric only. There should not be any character, special character or any other thing apart from numbers. So this is the overall requirement. So for that, we can assume that it is a mobile number. So maybe we can simply define a variable here with, let's say, phone number. Okay, so I'll just define phone number, then write equal, and here we will write new. Okay, new, then we will simply write here form control, then opening closing parenthesis. Inside this we will write single quotes, then a comma, and then we will write here the second important thing, that is validator, because we are sure that this is something that will help us to do the validation, right? In previous session also we used this. So you can see currently only two things is imported, that is form control and reactive forms module. So once I press enter on validators, it is also added here. So make sure it is added, because if it is not there, then it won't allow you to use the validators. Okay, then use dot, and for regular expression make sure to add pattern. Sometimes developers try to search for regex, but it is not exactly the regex, it is pattern. Okay, and then put semicolon. Something I think missing is there. We have added validators not pattern, validators dot pattern. Okay, not sure what is wrong here. Maybe we need to check it again. We added form number equal, then we have new form control, then we have comma. Everything looks similar, or maybe we are missing something here. So we need to check it, because you can see it is throwing error. So let's see what it is. So it shows no overload matches this call form control, right? So that means something is wrong with this line. So you can either go through the, okay, we are using equal, there should be colon, not equal, right? So that is the issue. Okay, now let's recheck it. Phone number colon, then we have added new, then form control, after that parenthesis, single quotes, comma, then validators dot pattern, and then we are supposed to add the pattern. Fine, because we want to pass the pattern now, then only it will check. So here I will simply write this square bracket, inside which I will write 0 to 9, then we will write here curly braces, and inside this we will write 10. I think one parenthesis is extra, so let's remove it. Okay, there is mismatch in the parenthesis. So for pattern there should be 1, and for this there should be 1. Okay, I think we messed this thing, so let's clear up, rewrite it. So we will write it again. Okay, phone number, then new, then we will write here form control, it is imported. After that we will use parenthesis, single quote for default values, then we will write here validators dot pattern. Okay, then again parenthesis open close, inside this we will write single quote, then we will not this single quotes, then we will write square bracket, and inside this square bracket we will 0 to 9. Okay, then you will write here curly braces open close, and inside this we will write 10, and then put a semicolon. Still it is showing error. I think we made some mistake again. Validators. Okay, let's see. Okay, oh sorry, my bad, actually it should be equal only, not the colon. Finally this is the solution. Okay, so phone number equal new form control blank. Earlier it was throwing error because we didn't pass the parameter, but now we make sure that it follows this pattern, and pattern is 0 to 9 numbers are allowed, and it should be of 10 digits. That's the only thing. Okay, fine. Now let's quickly design the form and use it. So for that I will just simply define a form where I will mention a label. So just write label. In label we will mention phone number. Okay, then colon. After that we will add an input field. In input field we will mention type, let's say text, and then we will write here square brackets, inside which we will write form control, then equal, and in form control we will mention phone number. Okay, phone number. And after this let's add p tag for handling the error. Inside this we will write star ng if, where I will mention phone number dot errors, phone number dot errors, question mark dot, and then we will write here inside this as pattern. Okay, and after this we will mention here invalid phone number. So this message should come when user provide an invalid number. Now let's test it quickly. So ng serve -- open, enter, wait for few seconds, and then it will show you the output in the browser screen, and then we will verify it. Okay, so we have main heading Angular course by Tech Sharmit, second heading reactive form in Angular, form control with pattern, regex validation, horizontal rows, label, input field, another horizontal row. So if I write something, let's say 1, not working, it should be small p, always make sure. Yeah, so if I'm writing 1, it is throwing invalid phone number. Why? Because it is not 10-digit number. If I write a, still it is not. So let's put 10-digit, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So after 10 you can see it is not showing any error. In fact, if I write something as a character, still it will throw error, doesn't matter how many numbers you have. Okay, so always make sure that character should not be there, and it should be 10-digit or greater number. So this thing is depends on the pattern that you are passing here. We just provided a basic pattern, but in case if you want to do a detailed pattern, so you can search this pattern from net. Okay, on internet you will find validation patterns for email, address, mobile number, and different condition wise it will be provided to you through Google, and then you can use it here. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session with new topics. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.